Hello, 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 Facebook family. It's Dr. Shana. I'm going to give you guys a minute to pop on with me. I gave you a message earlier today that I'd be here tonight. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, TC. Thank you all for joining. I'll give everybody a few minutes to pop on. Hi, Jamie. How's everyone doing tonight? And leave me a message. Talk to me. I like to have interactive conversation when I'm on the line with my family. So let me know you're here. If anything is said, you like that, say that. If you want to add to it. We family. So we all just gonna talk. Very good. Very good. Very good. I'll give everyone a minute or two to pop on with us. I hope you are having an amazing day so far. It is Thursday. It is the first day of Christmas. We'll talk about that as well. One more day left in this week. Here comes Friday. I hope you get excited about that. Hey, Christine, thanks for joining. Hope y'all are ready for Friday and to end this week off really strong. So, all right. So I am Dr. Shana. I am here to help you shift from where you are to where you are destined to be. I inspire change, but I teach transformation. And I'm here with the most special transformation, 12 days of Christmas, Dr. Shana style. So here's the thing. Now we realize that Christmas and the holidays is usually a time that brings about a lot of festivities. Folks are excited. People are doing things they never done before. You got folks who are giving and all this kind of stuff. But while I know it's an exciting time, it also can add a lot of stress to all of us. It really can. And so I was thinking to myself, you know what would be a better way to end this year and bring in a new one by celebrating the 12 days of Christmas? And really it dawned on me that today, the first day of Christmas, is amazingly special for me because it's my son's birthday. Johnny turned 11 years old today, and I didn't even realize until tonight that he was born on the first day of Christmas of the 12 days of Christmas. So anyway, I thought that was really neat. So I am super excited to have these conversations for the next 12 days. So stay tuned. Be sure you put us, lock us in your phone so you remember when to jump on with the group. So, hey, Deborah, thanks for joining. So now if you were following me on Facebook today, you'd see that I was on a radio show this morning with Dr. Conti. And today's topic was celebrating you. And so from that conversation, it kind of drove me into a spinoff conversation with you tonight as the first transformation that we need for our 12 days of Christmas. So I'm calling that count your blessings. Be thankful. Now, I've been talking all this time on the last several months with you guys about not complaining. And some of y'all are like, ooh, Dr. Shana, we're not able to do that. That's the one challenge that I just get an epic fail and I just start over every day. Y'all have me laughing. I'm in stitches when I see you guys out in the community telling me about these 7 days. Like I start over every day. I don't ever quite get through the 7. I'm starting over every day for like the last 30 days. It's all right. It's no problem. But from that same thought, I think it's really important for us to learn how to count our blessings. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes we may have asked for something. So let's say you asked for a brand new car and you got a motorcycle or you got a bike. Now, we may be tempted to say, oh, I didn't get what I want and not be thankful for that or feel it that it's a blessing. But sometimes we don't get what we ask for because God knows better than we do. And if you got what you asked for, you might have a whole nother set of problems. So we really have to learn how to count our blessings as opposed to looking at the things that aren't there. So I have this school of thought. I'm always about positive thinking, keeping us on a track where we're thinking positive. If we're looking at what's missing, so in this scenario I just said, I wanted a car, but I got a bike. I'm looking at the fact that the car is missing. It's not there, as opposed to what is there, which is the bike. So if we get into a line of thinking in our lives where we continue to focus on what's missing, I don't have all this money, or I don't have a man, or I don't have a woman, or I don't have, a good job, or I don't have a big house. And we get into that area of thinking about what's missing, we will never be able to see the true blessing of what is actually present. Because while you may not have that big car. You have a bike that perhaps is what you needed, even though you didn't know it was. You see, I'm of the school of thought that God always knows better than I know. And I can't talk about the 12 days of Christmas if I don't put him all up and through in the middle of it. So just know this is going to be a spiritual 12 days too. So get ready for it, because he's in the midst of it all for me. And so I just believe that we have to be able to be clear and understand that just because what we asked for is not delivered in the same way that we asked, it doesn't look like what we thought we wanted, that it is not in fact a blessing. Because you may have asked, let's just say, for a man. You may have asked for a relationship. You may have asked for this big job. And God said, no, I'm not giving you that. But this is what I will give you. It looks very different. So instead of being mad about what I didn't get this job, I didn't get this promotion, or I didn't get this relationship, it didn't work out. Be thankful and count the blessing of what's present. You know what? I have my sanity. I have my peace of mind. I have, all the things that could have been at risk or under attack if I had gotten what I asked for. Now, I don't know if any of y'all understand what I'm talking about. But talk back to me so I know that you know what I'm saying, because this has been my experience, and I'm really talking to you from what I have experienced. I'm not talking to you about what I've heard. I'm talking to you about what I know. I'm really working hard to be very transparent so we can have these conversations together. I don't think it makes any sense if we're not being transparent. We can all sit up behind something and look, cute and pretty, but that doesn't help us at all. We got to be real. And that's what these talks are about. So if you know what I'm talking about, then just share that with the group that you know what I'm talking about. So we have to be sure that we count our blessings and not focus on what's missing, and instead focus on what is present, because what is present is very important, and it's purposeful. It's intentional, because God makes no mistakes about what he provides us with, even if it's not what we asked for. Perhaps he saved you from something that you didn't even know you needed to be saved from, which is why you didn't get what you asked for. Now, the other thing about dealing with counting our blessings is, sometimes we may have a big goal. So let's say your big goal is, I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to buy a new house, or I want to, get a new job, or I want to, save a lot of money. Whatever it is, it has a big end to it. So many times we may find ourselves unable to celebrate anything until we get to the very end. Hi, Ty. Thanks for joining. Until we get to the very end. And if we wait till we get to the end, we may become discouraged long before we get there. So what I'm saying is, this is kind of the part of the conversation I was having earlier on Dr. Conti's show, is that it's important for us to celebrate all of the blessings that have shown up along the way. I'm of the school of thought that this life is merely just a journey. It is an amazing big journey, and you really don't arrive anywhere. We just have pit stops along the way. As long as you are willing to grow and be open to the things that are here for you, to lessons to be learned, your experiences to be had, and all of those things, then you will be able to reap all the benefits. But you got to look for the blessings. You got to count them along the way. So even if your goal is 100 pounds, let's say, I'll use weight. That's a common one. If your goal is to lose 100 pounds, but you've lost 20 so far, hey, celebrate the 20. I'm not saying go out and eat a whole bunch of, brownies and fudge cookies and all that stuff at the 20, but pat yourself on the back. Atta girl, way to go. Good job. Put a post on Facebook and say, you know what? I just did that. And it is not being arrogant. So many times we think when we are sharing our successes, we are being arrogant. Well, folks are not going to want to hear that. They're going to think I'm, puffed up. No, we need to learn to celebrate each other's blessings with each other. When I'm, mad about what you got and I didn't get it, that's a fundamental problem, family. We need to fix that. When I'm thinking about these 12 days of Christmas, that's a major transformation for us to have. We need not only count our blessings, but celebrate when our brothers and sisters get blessings as well. That school of thought will get us very, very far in this world. It really, really does. And so I'm hopeful for you that you can take on some of those nuggets, count your blessings along the way, even if it doesn't look like what you thought it was supposed to look like. You asked for one thing, but you got something else. Trust that God knows what you needed, and perhaps he saved you from something that you had asked for. If you have a huge goal and you only have made it a little bit of the way so far, realizing that you can't get to the end overnight. It takes time. We really have to be patient with ourselves and patient with the process. But as you go, celebrate the little milestones. 10 pounds, even if I got approval here, I got, a interview here. Let's celebrate all of that and celebrate with each other. I say it all the time. We are really much better together than we are alone. And I really mean that, because we don't exist here by ourselves. And if we're able to do this thing together in a way that's positive, that's uplifting, oh, you talk about having a life worth living. I am huge about it. I believe it and I know it can happen. So what I'm asking you to consider for tomorrow, what blessing have you not been celebrating? What blessing have you not been counting? And I'm encouraging you to take the time purposely to count it and call it a blessing. Even if it doesn't look the way you wanted it to look. If it's not packaged the way you wanted it packaged, if it doesn't have the right shape, all of those things are irrelevant, but count it. And no longer tomorrow look for the things that are missing. No longer look for the things that are missing. Instead, count the things that are present. That, family, is where your power is. Anybody know what I'm talking about? When you look at what's there as opposed to what's not, that is where your power is. So in my work with clients all the time, I call it a deficit model and a strength-based model. The deficit model means I'm looking at the holes and everything that's missing. All that does is send me back into a further hole. The strength-based model is I'm looking at what's present, and guess what I can do if I see what's there? I can build upon that. So if I look at the fact that I wanted to lose 100 pounds, but guess what? I've lost 10. I can be mad about the other 90, or I can celebrate the 10 and build on that 10 and get another 10. Do you see what I'm saying? It makes a huge difference in how we see the things that we're experiencing in our life, and count them correctly. Count them as blessings. They really are. If you're experiencing them, it's a blessing. God knows better than we know. We have to let him do his business, but we need to count them appropriately. So I hope that our first day of Christmas transformation has helped you in some way. Y'all been awfully quiet tonight. I've gotten not one comment about anything. So just tell me, does that make sense? Is it clear? Because when I don't hear from you, I'm wondering, is what I'm saying making sense to you or not? Because I really want to make sure that it makes sense and it's clear. Can you see how counting your blessings might actually be helpful for you? Can you see how in your own life, perhaps you haven't counted things as blessings? Instead, you've been looking at the holes. Okay, TC says it does. Absolutely. Thank you for that, TC. I appreciate the comment. It helps me to make sure that we're on track here. So that is your homework. I am a professor, family, and I will be checking in tomorrow. We got 12 days of work to do, and I'm big about the work, Y'all, and maybe it's like, oh, we didn't come here to work, Dr. Shana. Well, if you're on my Facebook Lives, if you're watching me on anything, if you listening to me on any platform, we are doing work, because here's the reality. Talk is cheap, and it doesn't move anything but your lips. So if you want to move in your life, you have got to be willing to do the work. And I'm all about it. I'm here to support you. I am here to help in all ways possible. So if nothing else, you got me for the next 11 days after tonight, and we can definitely chat. I got some great ideas about the next 12 days of Christmas and the things that we can do to help transform our lives so that we can have an amazing end to the year. Stephanie says, makes sense. Reminds me of your positive challenge. When we look for the positive, we count the blessings. Thank you for the reminders. Thank you, Stephanie. Absolutely. I was saying at the beginning, this is a recap for those of you who've been with me for a while. I'm huge about positive thinking. It's the only way to move us forward. So, all right, family, remember, your next transformation is only one decision away. I want you to make it a great one. Decide tomorrow. Count your blessings on purpose. Write them down. Say them out loud, and also choose how you can even celebrate with someone else in the blessings that they have. Again, it's not just us. We're better together when we celebrate with one another. So I will see you tomorrow night. Also, I tried to do my YouTube live and it had some issues tonight, so I was going to do them at the same time. But do me a favor, go to YouTube and subscribe to my page. I'm just now building it. I'm really excited. It's brand new. There's a lot of great things going to come out of that page very, 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 very soon. So you want to go ahead and subscribe now. And it is labeled Dr. Shana D. Lewis. So go find me. It's not much there yet, but keep waiting. Some stuff is going to come out on my YouTube page, and I want you to be the first to know all about it. So visit me there, subscribe to my YouTube page, but stay tuned. I will be back here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock with our second day of Christmas transformation for the 12 days of Christmas. All right, y'all have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.